my god, is she?
Yeah, she's dead. It's already starting to stink up the whole area. Eggs and blowflies, a few eggs and blowflies all around.
It doesn't look like the eggs have hatched yet, so she must have died sometime last night.
Yeah, they're only in the first stage and there's not that many around, so I'd say, yeah, it's just been dead a few hours, so definitely time of death is after we went to bed last night. Hey Megan, come here for a second.
You find something?
It's more like what I didn't find. So you know how in suicide cases when the person shoots themselves using a gun, you usually find backsplash on the person's hand because of the proximity of the blow. So there's blood underneath their fingernails, on their hands, etc., etc.
Right.
Well here, her hands are perfectly clean.
Really?
Yeah. You want to get the luminol spray?
I don't think we need to. This wasn't a suicide.
So I just went down to the FBI and they informed me that the gun was registered to a Mr. Nathaniel D'Souza.
Nathaniel D'Souza? That name sounds really familiar. Was he like a track star in high school or something?
Yeah, like real big.
Like a football player?
Sir.
Sir.
Hold on, I'll call you back.
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you what you think you're doing here.
Just taking a walk.
Alright, well you know what? This is a crime scene and you're not allowed to be here. Isn't that right, Megan?
Yes, this is a crime scene. There is a dead body up there.
I had nothing to do with this.
You know what, sir, I'm gonna ask you to see some ID. Alright, this is Mr. Nathaniel D'Souza. Nathaniel D'Souza, you're being placed under arrest for the murder.
Hell no, I can't go back.
Look for some blood spatter. Do we him tell about the way the victim died, where they died. It doesn't appear that the victim was killed here. I don't see any blood. I don't see any blood in the general area. Yeah, there's blood up in the tree, but that's just because and around the surrounding area. But that's just because the person was dumped there and it was just been dripping down. I don't see any initial spatter against the tree or on the ground anywhere, suggesting she was killed somewhere else. So that tells me she was moved. We could search the area for the area that there'd be blood where she was killed, but if our killer was smart, he or she would have cleaned it up by now. So, Mr. Youngkin, is that correct?
Yes.
So how well do you know Nathaniel D'Souza?
Well, he's one of my kids on the track team.
Okay. Would you say he's one of your star athletes?
Yes.
Okay, so he would have been at the state championship meet this weekend.
Oh, yes.
Alright. Okay, thank you very much. So everybody was at the same hotel?
Yes.
Nobody left?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, what time did the meet start this weekend?
I'd say we left here around 9:30, 10 o'clock. We started at 11.
Alright, and then what time did you guys return on Sunday?
We ended at 6, so 7:30ish.
Alright, so there was no time for Nathaniel to leave, go anywhere else without anyone knowing?
Nah.
Okay, because he was under your supervision the whole time.
Yes, sir.
Alright, thank you very much, sir. So, Mr. Finley Thomas, is it?
Yeah.
So, we've discovered that our first suspect, Nathaniel D'Souza, was not in town the night of the murder.
He's my neighbor.
Yeah. Okay, he's your neighbor. Do you notice anything suspicious or strange happening that day or that night? Anything you'd like to tell us about?
Yeah, actually. There was this white kid.
Alright, white kid.
Brown hair, a reddish shirt. Kind of tall, skinny.
Alright. Kind of tall, skinny. About how old?
17-ish.
17-ish. Any other identifying features?
Rode a bike.
Rode a
Like,
bike?
a lot.
A lot? Did you see him take anything from...
No, he had an empty bag when he went in, and he had a full bag when he came out.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Thomas.
So that description that kid gave sounded an awful lot like Jared Ensley.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go interview him a bit.
Alright, yeah.
So, Mr. Ensley, where were you on Saturday night at 2:30 a.m.?
Sleeping?
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Do you know Mr. Nathaniel D'Souza?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Well, the D'Souza's house was broken into that night. Do you know what was stolen?
No.
Firearms. You know, guns. Like the one used to kill a Miss Cassidy Darlington. Did you know Miss Cassidy Darlington?
No, I did not.
Interesting. Now, where were you again Saturday night?
Like I said, I was sleeping.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Because witnesses saw a man of your description leaving the house at that time. Do you have anyone to confirm your alibi?
No, I don't.
Well.
Just got back from the lab for the fingerprints on the bug spider. There was definitely somebody there when Cassidy was shot. And it looked, from the looks of it, from the ghosting, it looks like something about the size of their hand would have taken the shock and the blood would be on their hand.
Huh.
Also, the fingerprints I found on the gun are a perfect match for Jared Ensley.
You found all the different minutiae and...
Yeah, there's at
Little
least
things.
20, 25 different... No,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay, so it was definitely him then.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just need to find physical proof, so perhaps if you have luminol, we can try that.
Mr. Ensley, may I see your hand? Just as I suspected, the victim's blood is all over them. Tommy?
Please stand up, Mr. Ensley. Jared Ensley, you are under arrest for the murder of Cassidy Darlington. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you by the courts. Do you understand these rights as I have read them to you?
Yes.